my name is Sharon, and I am a busy mom that is so glad that you are here. In last week's episode, we chatted about how to financially prepare to make a big life change. Today, we're going to piggyback on that and chat about how to emotionally prepare for a big life change. And when I say big life change, I mean maybe you're thinking about having a baby or having another baby, or maybe you're thinking about changing careers or becoming a stay-at-home mom, or whatever that big change is for you. You can sort of apply this across contexts, but I want to share with you 5 different strategies. Some of them lean more towards the career change that is fresh in my mind because I left the classroom about a year ago now to be a full-time small business owner, which was a huge shift, as you can imagine. And I just want to share some things that help me sort of navigate that time in between, the time when you identify you need a change to the time you actually make the change. I decided in 2019 that teaching was no longer for me, that I had sort of outgrown the space and was ready for a new challenge. And I was not financially ready to make that change until 2021. So it took 2 years. During that 2 years, it was a struggle. I still had to show up every single day with a smile on my face for my students because they deserved that, but it was hard for me emotionally. And so I want to feed into that idea a little bit and about some things that I did that helped make that transition easier, and then that helped me sort of survive that time. So the first one is setting boundaries. So if you are making a career change, one of the boundaries that I started to really reinforce was my contractual times. As a teacher, it's so easy to come in super early and leave super late and work on the weekends and go to all the after-school clubs and activities and events. And nope, as soon as I made the choice that I was starting to make the pivot out of the classroom, I started to set more strict boundaries on my time, whatever that could look like for you. So I stuck to my contractual hours, and gasp for all the teachers out there, but I actually took a lunch break every day for 20 minutes. I closed and locked my door. That's how extreme it had to be to actually be able to take my time and to actually eat my lunch and to invest in things for me on my time off. So really just setting those time boundaries is so important when you're getting ready to make that emotional change. Another way to emotionally prepare for that change when you haven't been able to actually do the pivot yet is to create good habits. So when you make the change, everything in your life is going to change, right? You're going to have a new schedule. You may have, if you're adding a baby, everything's going to change. So it's so important to get your good habits down now. And to be thinking about what those habits are and how you can reinforce them. I can't emphasize that enough. So really getting on top of some of those habits that you want to have, now is the time, because you have some extra bandwidth possibly to invest in that. And so once you get those things more consistent, you will be able to continue to build on it. That's probably my strongest tip, I would say, for emotionally preparing, is really getting those habits solid. My episode all about the Daily 5 would be a great resource for this. So making sure you're doing your gratitude and your workouts and your water and eating the right foods that you want to eat, all of those things are going to be so, so important as you make this pivot. The third strategy that I would suggest for preparing to make a change emotionally is to get in the right headspace for the change. For me, leaving teaching was an identity crisis because I was a teacher and I still am a teacher, really. And I don't think that will ever leave me, and that's something that I've had to work through. But writing your letter of resignation will put you in the right headspace. I wrote my letter of resignation in 2019. I didn't send it. I mean, be careful with that. Don't put it in an email. That was a Google Doc for sure. Don't accidentally hit send. But I wrote my letter of resignation because it made me feel all the feels. I got upset, I got angry, I got sad, I got frustrated. I needed to feel those feelings in order to prepare myself. And so I think the earlier you write that letter and feel those feelings and start to work through them, the better. The fourth strategy I would recommend, and this one is probably the silliest one, I guess, but it does make a really big impact, and that is change your computer password. Every day I would walk into school, and the first thing I do is log onto my computer, and I changed my password to June 2021 because that was the year that was the month I was going to resign. So every morning this is 2019, pre-pandemic, mind you, I would come in and I would put that in, and it was a constant reminder to me that this is not forever, that there is a deadline to this, that you are going to make a change, that this is leading you to the change. And it was just a constant reminder of that. So try it, it's fun. It also gave me a bit of empowerment. So if I was having a really awful day, I'd be like, you know what? In June 2021, I'm going to be out of here soon, people. And it was just therapeutic for me. So that's a kind of a fun strategy to implement to help you emotionally prepare to make a change. The final strategy is find someone who you can talk to. So whether that's a counselor or someone at work that knows the situation you're in, or someone who has the same number of children you're looking to have, or someone who's been through a divorce, whatever that change is that you're coming up on, find someone who's been through it. Even if it's not in person, even if it's virtually, you find this person. Having someone to talk to can be such a game changer. It can help so much. It can help you think about things you wouldn't have thought about otherwise. They can give you some insight that maybe you can't see from your perspective. So don't undercut finding sort of like that mentor, if you will, someone who's been there, done that, and can help guide you along the way. So on the podcast this week, I'm going to be diving deeper into this idea of emotionally preparing to make a change. I'm going to go through each of these strategies in a little bit more in depth, and then I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how I left teaching and kind of the timeline. So if you are a teacher that is looking to leave the classroom, this may be super helpful for you. I would love if you would check it out. Next week, episode 24, we're going to be chatting about the number one question and number one topic I discuss with my coaching clients, and that is, how do I get consistent with my workouts? I have some magic secrets for you. I'm really excited to share those with you in the next episode. So as always, I would absolutely love if you would subscribe to my email list. I will be popping up in your inbox just once a week with a short and sweet email and a 2-minute action step that with Busy Mom in mind that will help move you along on your personal growth journey. You can find that link right below in the show notes. And you can also find me over on Instagram at Sharon Legier Coaching. I do have a website, SharonLegierCoaching.com, where you will find more information about me, services that I offer, and lots of fun things on there. So thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful for you, and have a great day, Mama.